so this week we are going to be drawing on a sheet of paper with a pencil. So even at home you will need something to draw on and something to draw with. Now drawing with pencil and paper in real life is a very, very important skill, and you can practice this skill at any time. Anything you draw is going to help you. So drawing on the iPad is good, but you don't need to do it all the time. So you really want to practice hand control, and part of the way we can practice hand control is by practicing holding a pencil. So I have a pencil here, and this is the way I hold mine. So I'll get it up close and nice so you can see. You can hold your pencils in different ways. The only thing I advise against is holding your pencil way back here. That's going to give you a lot less control. You're going to hold it more down here. Also, holding your pencil like this is also going to give you less control. We want to have more control. We want to make it easier on us, and this is going to make it harder. So you want to use only a few fingers and holding your pencil close to the tip. Parents out there, if you're watching this video with your kids, if your child is struggling, one thing you can do is take a crayon, because it's shorter, or you can break the pencil or break the crayon in half so they have to hold it closer to the tip, and that will also help them. So part of the reason that we're doing this is because we also need to build up our muscles. And no, I'm not talking about our arm muscles, I'm talking about our hand muscles. That's also going to give you more control. It's going to make it easier for you to learn how to write. It's going to make it easier for you to catch a ball because you have control of your hands. You can move them. Your brain tells your hands exactly what to do. But if your hands are weak, even though you're thinking like, hand, do this, it can't. So you've got to build up those muscles so that your hands can do exactly what you want them to do. You have that control that I've been talking about. So we're going to do a drawing today. It's going to be a directed drawing. I'm going to show you step by step how to create the drawing, and we're going to use everything we've learned so far. Lines, shapes, patterns, everything. And that's why you have needed to practice before now to get up to this point. I have also included on the Seesaw assignment practice sheets that you can print out at home. So parents or guardians or whomever is watching this video with their child, you can print out these sheets if your child is struggling or just needs a little bit of extra help for practice, or they just want to do it for fun to practice more hand control. But continue watching this video to learn how to do your directed drawing. You can do this drawing on any type of paper, but it is easier on one without lines. I'm putting my pencil here in the middle of my paper, just trying to judge where the middle is. And I'm going to start by drawing a circle. Take your time. You might want to go over the circle a few times, and then you can erase the parts you don't like to achieve a better circle. Make sure when you are drawing, you are drawing very, very lightly, so it's going to be easier for you to erase later on. Now I am drawing another circle right next to it. In fact, my two circles are touching. I'm just brushing away my eraser shavings as I go because it's easier to draw with a clean sheet of paper. Now I'm going to draw a V right in between these two circles, with one side of the V touching one circle and one side of the V touching the other circle. Then I'm going to connect my V with a curve. Can you take a guess as to what we're drawing yet? Right now we have two eyes and a beak, not a beak. Now inside your circle, we're going to draw a smaller circle. Then we need a very tiny circle right in the middle for the eye, or the pupil. And we're going to do the exact same thing to the other side. If you are playing this video while you're drawing, please feel free to pause or rewind the video anytime. Now we're going to give our drawing or our face angry eyebrows. I'm just doing two long curves right above the eyes. Then at the end of our angry eyebrows, we're going to make another V shape. This time it's going to be a curved sideways V. Now we're going to draw another long curve to connect the other side of our V. Our angry eyebrows are starting to really come together. Now to finish off his head, we're going to draw a big C that's laying on its side. So we're starting at one side of the eyebrows and then moving it to the other side. This might be easier if you turn your paper and write a C. Then for the top of the head, just draw another curve to connect the eyebrows. Now for this next part, draw very lightly. We're going to draw a big oval for the body, but it's going to be missing its top. If you haven't figured it out by now, we're drawing an owl. So we need to add his wings. Draw another curve following the outside of the body and then connect it back to the head. We're going to do the same thing with the other side. Now we need to go back and erase the sides of the body that we wouldn't see because the wings are covering it up. Now the best description I have for his feet is that they look a lot like pointy waves. They're just curves that are connected together. You just really want to make the feet look the same on each side and then have the owl have 3 points to his toes. Now I'm drawing a stick or a limb that the owl could be perched up on. Now I apologize for this next part because I didn't realize that you couldn't see everything that I was drawing. Right now I'm just giving texture to the limb. And I'm very lightly making a whole bunch of long scribbles, and that'll make it look like the tree has bark or the limb has bark on the outside. And what you can't see that I'm adding now is just more leaves to the bottom of the stick. Now we're going to take everything we've learned about patterns and texture to give our owl feathers. So on his tummy or on his body, I'm going to just practice creating some loops, and I'm going to make some rows of these loops. That way I'm making a pattern because all I'm doing is repeating these loops over and over again. I'm going to speed up this process. Please feel free to pause if you need to. The feathers on the wings aren't quite as fluffy, so I'm just drawing or making a pattern of V's for his outside wings. This next part is completely optional, but if you are confident and proud of your drawing, please try to go over it with a pen. This will give you extra practice, and this will make your drawing look a little bit nicer and it'll make it last longer. The pen will also help if you decide to color your owl. A lot of times when we color it, this will cover up all our beautiful lines that we created and make the drawing really hard to read. So if you outline it in pen first or with at least a dark crayon like black or brown, then it will make your drawing easier to read if you decide to color it. Now to upload your drawing, you can click the camera and take a picture of it, or if you've already taken a picture, you can click on the pencil, then the camera, then upload, and choose your picture. Hit the green check mark to select it, and then hit the green check mark again when you're happy with your drawing. You could even color it here in Seesaw if you would like before you submitted your work.